Yeah, you already know what it is. Lethal Talent 24, dive bombing at you with some Eagles content. Yo, so we all heard, everything around the league, really, but everything that's going on in the Eagles camp. Orlando Scandrick came out and said all those just nasty, but some of them are true things. I believe that they're true. But one thing's for sure is that he calling Malcolm Jenkins out and saying that he's not a leader, and then Malcolm Jenkins posting up that video contradicting Orlando Scandrick tells you everything you need to know about him. At first, I was naive because I was thinking, players want to, whenever they play for the Cowboys and they end up playing for the Eagles, they pretty much want revenge. And then you got guys like Cedric Thornton who played for the Eagles for a while and then stated or said some just nasty stuff about the Eagles once he got to the Cowboys organization, talking about how great it was and all that stuff. Let there be no mistake here. Orlando Scandrick was never one of the premier corners in the league, even in his 12 years. And he's trying to say that somebody else needs to be a leader, and he a 12-year vet. So what does that tell you? The things I say that he's probably right about is the Zach Brown thing, him getting cut, and then Doug Peterson basically, going out there and saying my team's going to go to Dallas and win, and then they, basically get their asses whooped, and, makes them all look stupid. The team made Doug look stupid. Doug looked stupid by himself just saying that. So, I think, he's right about that. Another thing I think he's right about is, how this team is basically complacent, talking about they won a Super Bowl and they don't know how to deal with success. Even one of my friends before all of this came out, and he told me, and I agreed with him, it's like this team doesn't get up off their ass until, they basically procrastinate until it's time for them to get up. When that happened last year, we were basically 8-8, and then we ended up 9-7, or not basically 8-8, but we were 8-7, and we ended up 9-7, right? But it took them a while just to get up off their butts and and make plays and play hard, and these guys still talking about a Super Bowl in 2017. That, like I said before, that's over and done with. Your primary goal is to get back to that Super Bowl, to win the division, if at all possible, or get a wild card spot, make it to the playoffs, make it through the playoffs, and get to the Super Bowl, and ultimately win it, right? So that mentality has to get out of their heads. It's not enough just to be a champion one time. The goal, and if you keep playing football, the goal is to always win. So I don't understand that mentality. That mentality is a weak mentality. That's soft, and that's what we've been seeing on the field. So they have to fix that. And then the stuff about Wentz and Nick Foles. You know what, man? If there's people still on that Nick Foles train, then they need to be cut. And for what I can see, like even Orlando Scandrick, I think he's a mole, but I don't think he's the rat. If you know what I mean. And Alshon's not the rat. It was somebody, and people know who it is. They just won't say who it is. So, but I don't see this team staying in this state for very long, because Orlando Scandrick has done something. He has lit a fire in this team, and it's going to show today. It better show today. We've seen enough of this loser, gonna go out and just lay an egg, not show any heart, not play with any confidence, no tenacity, no want to. That needs to stop. And I think today we get that W against the Bills. Now, what do we have to do against the Bills? We definitely have to run the ball. Doug has to quit basically overthinking things and trying to be too creative. Just, keep it simple. Keep it simple. You run the ball with Jordan Howard. You sprinkle in Miles Sanders, but not in key situations. If you're going to run the ball and if it's 3rd and 4, you make sure you run in Jordan Howard. That might make it too obvious. Well, that's the problem with having a running back by committee. Even Mike Ditka was like, I don't care if you know I'm going to run the ball. I'm still going to run the ball on you, and it's up to you to stop me. We have to be an unstoppable force going against an immovable object, which seems to be the Bills' defense. Now, the Bills' offense isn't all that great, but Josh Allen does have an arm, but he's just sporadic. He makes poor decisions, and he relies on his legs. What are we weak against defensively? Mobile quarterbacks, right? So, one thing's for sure is that this secondary has to focus in on John Brown. Make sure that Josh Allen doesn't get out. Make sure you contain him. Make sure he doesn't get outside the pocket so he can run for more downs. I don't know why Jim Schwartz doesn't like the spy, but if anything these linebackers can probably do is that. They have to stop, and offensively for the Bills and defensively for us, they're going to run the ball with Frank Gore. So we have to be able to stop him. We stop him, we force Allen into making mistakes, we win this game. But if they get to us, if our O-line isn't on point, and we come out the gate struggling like we are, man, it's going to be hard to overcome this one too. Doug has to be able to take advantages of their defense, and they're aggressive. So yes, he's going to have to call more screens. He's going to have to run the ball, wear them down, use the clock to his advantage, and from there, make sure that we put points up on the board. And like I said, he can't overthink things. He has to keep it simple. So, they stopped John Brown. They stopped the deep ball. And, just make sure that they at least have decent coverage. If we could do that, I think we win this game. I'd say it's going to be 17-10 Eagles. So, it's almost game time. Go Birds, EATLES, Eagles, and that's what's up. Thank you guys for tuning in, and let me know what you think in the comments, all right? Peace.